Hi guys, myself Vinay Rajput, a first year medical student pursuing MBBS in SMS Medical College, Jaipur. My Neet 2022 score is 670 out of 720 and my All India rank is 1473. Basically, today I will be sharing my Neet journey preparation experience, how I reached from 580 marks to 670 marks. So just first of all, I am a student of the RBC board, and as you all know that RBC board books are quite different from CBSE board books or ncert books. The chapters are same, but the content or the amount of the content is different. So I gave my Neet first time Neet exam in 2020 along with the boards, and I secured 580 marks out of 720, and my All India rank was something 34 to 35,000. So basically it was quite a decent score for the first time, but it was not much more to get selected. So I just decided to take a drop and study at home itself. At the time of my first drop, I got acknowledged that the Neet paper and the ncert books are same. Basically the Neet paper, Neet exam paper is, the questions are just from ncert books. 99% of the paper is coming from ncert books. So I got my ncert books for the first time at my first drop, and I just started reading them. For the biology, I just read all the chapters and highlighted all that I could do for reading all the books. But I just made one mistake, that I just read it. I just read all the books and I don't practiced much more. I just practiced 50 to 100 questions, and I did not do PYQs and all that stuff. So my practice was quite a bit less in the first drop. So that was my biggest fault. And at the time I gave my 2021 exam, and my score was 569 out of 720. My score decreased from 580 to 569 because of my lack of practice. So at the time I just got that the paper is from ncert, but you have to practice much more MCQs. The practice part is more important than the theory part basically. So I took another drop, the second drop, and at that home itself I studied from home myself. And at the time I started practicing much more MCQs. Basically I just focus on MCQs part, practicing part, because the theory part I have already covered in my first drop of 2021. So I decided to practice much more MCQs and PYQs also, and I bought all the books, basically Arihant 32 years PYQs books for Neet as well as JEE mains. I started doing JEE mains MCQs, but I thought they are quite bit heavy for me, so I just quit them and I started more focusing on Neet PYQs. Basically I just did all the PYQs. I did all the MCQs of my supplement books or the helping books, the side books basically. And I also bought Oswal MCQs sample book of the 15 MCQs, and it was my starting time basically. And at the time was reaching, I just started more and more practicing. I practiced 50 to 70 questions of physics every day, 50 to 70 questions of chemistry every day, and 50 or 100 to 120 questions of biology every day. The questions were from any books, but I have to do practice. So I started much more practices, and I also joined at the last second month. I just joined Akash test series, and my score starting में मेरा स्कोर थोड़ा कम ही था, 580 to 600, and then means first test, mock test, second mock test. But as the mock test, I practiced much more, I revised, my score quite goes on increasing. I started to score 650, 610, 620, and I was quite happy at the time. But I realized that the practice is important, but I just I'm forwarding something in biology. Basically the ncert books are very, very heavy to understand. As you know, each and every line of the ncert is important, and as you start practicing MCQs, you will notice that that line can make more MCQs. So basically I just realized that the biology I have to revise every day, or 1 to 2 chapters I have to read every day. So I just not forgot and something, because एवरी लाइन इज इम्पोर्टेंट। एनसीईआरटी की एवरी लाइन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है। और केमिस्ट्री में भी देखें तो वो inorganic I just focused only on NCERT books, because I have realized that from my previous experiences that the paper is from NCERT. I didn't go anywhere, I just focused on NCERT books. Yeah, so I just read them all for practices. I got some books, some reference books, and so yeah guys, I just started to practice and also revising my theory also. And along with that, I analyzed my MCQs that were wrong, and or the concepts that I have known wrong, and I improved them. For biology, I just highlighted the line from NCERT that the question was from, and I got it wrong. So basically that was all my part of the MCQs. At the last time, I just revised much more and practiced much more. As I practiced, as I revised, because as I practiced and I did wrong MCQs, and as I did wrong, I just made them in my mistake book, and I just highlighted that part of the question basically. Yeah, and at the time, if you practice much more, you will realize that the questions are somewhere in that context. बस उसको थोड़ा घुमा के दे देते हैं, बाकी सेम वही रहता है, कॉन्सेप्ट वही है. Yeah, that was all my experience, my preparation. But you have to just realize that the practice is more important than theory, because the theory is something, but if you don't practice, you will not be able to apply that theory in MCQs, basically in Neet exam. And I scored very well at the last time. I also did Akash test series, as I already told you, and my score was increasing day by day, not day by day, but week to week. I was scoring 610 to 650 one week, and another week I was scoring 620 to 660, 670. My highest score in Akash test series was 672 marks. I remember it now also, because that was my biggest score, and I was very happy. And I realized in that also that the questions that I got wrong were my silly mistakes. So basically, if you practice much more, you will got to understand that the silly mistakes are the most important, because that will reduce your score very low. And the silly mistakes are mistakes that you know the concept, but you did it wrong because of something, of any reason. You just ticked the other option, or you just filled the wrong bubble, or you just got the wrong idea. Basically, you just read it wrong, or you just missed any word, not for reason, something like incorrect, correct, false, true, not, and not. Yeah. So that was my whole side. This was my Neet journey preparation. I just scored 670 out of 720, and my whole India rank is 1473, as I have told you. Now currently I am in SMS doing Mbbs, and yeah, this is very grateful to being an awesome SMS student, medical student. I am enjoying my life. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Hope you understand it very well, that practice is much more important than theory. Yeah, I have realized this thing. I hope you will realize it also. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.